Hey, what's up, world? Rodney Carr here with Average Man of High Value, and we are here with Spence and Blondie, getting ready for our third episode of Real Talk with Spence. Now, remember, if you like the content here, hit that thumbs up button, leave any comments that you want, and subscribe to the channel. Right, and subscribe. Say it again. Let them hear it.
And subscribe.
What's that?
And subscribe.
Can I get an amen? Everybody subscribe to the channel. Now, before we get going, Spence is going to tell you a little bit about what she has done today.
This morning, I watched TV. It's called Androids, and then I play with my dolls. Then me and my mom put dweeds out here and at the front, and then we put up decorations, and then I cleaned while Mom was taking a nap, which she still is. And then we went back to watching the Androids.
The Androids, not the cell phones. It's a show, I guess.
Yeah.
So, today we have a pretty important question. Are you ready to answer it?
Yes.
All right. What do you think is more important? To be liked by a lot of people just because you agree with what they think, or to be loved by a few people no matter if you agree with them or not?
To be loved by a few people no matter if you agree or not.
And why do you think that's more important?
Because you don't have to agree on the same people, on the same thing. You can disagree or agree. But you still have to love them, and they still have to love you.
So,
Whoever it is.
if you disagree with somebody, do you think you should be mean to them just because you don't agree?
No.
No. How do you think you should handle disagreeing?
You just tell them you disagree, and you should have a reason, and they would probably understand.
Do you think that they should have a reason also for disagreeing?
Yeah.
Do you think they should be willing to share with you their reason for disagreeing? Do you think that if both of you disagree and both of you give a reason why you disagree, that both of you might learn from the disagreement?
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think that when you disagree, the best way to handle it is to have a conversation about it?
Kind of.
Well, if a conversation isn't the best way to handle it, what do you think the best way is?
Conversation. That's a good daddy.
That's a good daddy?
That's a good daddy.
Okay, so is that you telling me you don't want to give me another reason? Or another way?
That's a way that I have no idea. So just a whoa!
It's just a bug. Calm down. You're outside. Bugs live outside. It's cool. Look, it's gone.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Bugs live outside. Everyone knows that.
Just when they hop up in front of you in front of a video, I'm just like, yeah!
So, there is other ways to handle a disagreement. You don't always have to have a conversation, okay? I think a conversation is the best way to handle a disagreement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But do you think that that's always possible? Do you know what possible means?
No.
Possible means you have the ability to do it. So do you think that you would always have the ability to have a conversation about the disagreement? No, you don't. You don't always have the ability, because sometimes the other person doesn't want to have a conversation, and when they don't want to have a conversation, you can't force them to. Then it just turns into a fight and nothing gets solved. So the best thing to do in that case would to be walk away from it, right? Because you don't have to sit there and be mean, but you don't have to agree with everybody all the time. You're not always going to agree with people, and it's okay not to. But do you think that if you have an idea or you feel a certain way about something, do you think that you should look into it and actually learn about what your idea is so you can actually be informed and make sure that you're right? Do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
Are you asking me a question?
No. No, why would I be saying that and I'm asking him a question?
So, I think the best thing to do is when you have an opinion is to look into it to figure out if you're right or not. Because you might not be right. But until you look into it, you don't really know if you're wrong or you're right. So you can't just think you're right. Otherwise, anytime someone tells you something and it sounds good to you, you're just going to agree with it because you didn't look into it. What do you think about that? Do you know anything that I just said? Are you done paying attention to me?
No.
Okay, so can you use words? All right, let's try that.
Okay.
So, can you answer my question? Do you understand what I was just explaining to you?
No.
Okay. If you have an idea about something, but you never look into it to learn about it, then that means you don't know if you're right about your idea or not. So, if you have an idea or someone tells you something, do you think it would be a good idea to look into it a little farther and get a little more information on it? You do?
But how are you supposed to look into it?
You find books that you can read, or you can get on the internet and look it up that way through different websites and things like that.
Okay.
So it's really not that hard, and I know you'd want to get on your tablet to look into it.
There is a search of it, whatever it's called, on my tablet.
Oh. Well, was there anything else that you want to say to everybody?
Subscribe if you like it, and hit the thumbs up button, and send us a comment.
Well, you heard her, everybody. You heard her. I would not make her angry. Thank y'all for listening. We love you. Bye.
Bye.